who would you consider some of the thought leaders on the subject of marketing?
I wrote that down for sure. Okay, so one name in particular, Ilana Korvigin. She is actually a local EXP realtor, and she is someone that I follow specifically for short form social media. So that's like your small, like a TikTok or an Instagram reel, and long form YouTube. One of the reasons why I would say she's a thought leader is just because she's encouraging, she gives advice, she has, there's a Facebook group all about digital and social marketing media, and she's based right here in Asheville. The other kind of resource thought leading around entrepreneur marketing that I wanted to put out there is the book Ninja Selling. Have you read this book? It's so good. You have to read this book.
I will.
So a big part of entrepreneurship marketing is building relationships, right? Because when you're first starting a business, the one thing that you have, if you don't have a lot of capital, is time. And so you can go out and build relationships. And Ninja Selling is all about building relationships. I know some entrepreneurs, like they might have like a really good idea, but they're like, oh, I don't want to be a salesperson. Listen, it's not such a bad thing to be a salesperson. And even the best author needs a salesperson, right? So you could be a great writer, but no one's going to read your book if it doesn't get sold, right? And Ninja Selling teaches you how to be a relationship builder, right? And not salesy and sleazy, okay? So, and it's really a targeted approach. It talks about the Ford questions. Are you familiar with that? So that's just an easy way to have a conversation, asking folks family, occupation, dreams, and recreation. There it is, recreation. So activities, what you like to do. But it's really that idea I was talking about before of not only being interesting, but being interested. People love to talk about themselves. I love to talk about me, you know? So the more you let that happen, the more you are invested. It's really about how you're making that person feel. And then this book, it's just, when it comes to relationship marketing, that is the book, Ninja Selling, because it lays out this great system that I'm always not the best at following. I'm a little, creative as far as like that type of thing goes, but it really shows you, like, once I meet a new person, I can follow this system where I can do an 8x8. That means I'm going to do 8 touches over the span of 8 weeks to build that relationship, right? So I'm establishing my brand in that person's mind. And it doesn't have to be like you don't have to call this person every time, but maybe we meet at a networking event and then I add them on Facebook, or I send them an email, or maybe I send them a hike because we were talking about hiking. Oh, have you seen this one? This is a really fun one in the area. But that book is great, and it tells you how to add value and is great for relationship marketing.